Hi, my name is Angel, and I'm here to talk to you guys about poverty in the Bay Area and how it's a pressing issue and why it's important. So, poverty in the Bay Area is a pressing issue, and it's due to the high costs and living in the housing crisis here in the Bay Area. My connection to this issue personally is because I participated in many essential programs like EBT, CalFresh, Medi-Cal, etc., which have been helpful for me and my family to navigate financially and to have financial stability. But despite these resources, many individuals, such as myself and my families in the Bay Area, still struggle to make ends meet. And I want to highlight the inadequacy of current assistance programs in addressing the root causes of poverty, like education and, mainly education, I think, is a personal one that I think. Um, so I just want you guys to take a moment and imagine living in an amazing city like ours, where we have everything from everywhere in San Jose. It's a big melting pot of cultures. So facing the daily uncertainty of providing for your family in an amazing place like this is kind of hard. The stress of rising rent, occupied with the fear of not having enough for basic necessities, is something that's um, leads to a lot of anxiety. It can create an overwhelming burden. And coming from an immigrant family, my family came here seeking for a better life, but we faced the harsh reality of financial instability. My family came here from Mexico. They wanted to come here for a better life and provide better opportunities for their children. However, we live paycheck to paycheck, having to pray for the next service that we're going to have to help us pay for either dinner or our lunches or our foods. And it's really hard sometimes, especially when some months are higher than others. The economy can fluctuate, so the price of groceries this day is this much versus next week it'll be this much. So it's all hard, even with these assistance programs. And these can all lead to feelings of anxiety. We must care about this issue because every person, regardless of their background, deserves the opportunity to thrive in a city that's filled with wealth and innovation. We're in Silicon Valley, home of multiple businesses. Many companies have started here, which should provide more job opportunity. However, it's still really hard, regardless of which. And according to some studies, nearly 13% of all residents live below the poverty line, and some neighborhoods are even experiencing up to as high as 30%. This economic disparity really affects children who often attend underfunded schools and lack access to extracurricular activities. For example, I went to Mount Pleasant High School, which I have no issues with the school. Um, it's a decent school. However, it was severely underfunded, and a lot of our funding went to places that weren't exactly necessary. And I believe that with the proper guidance, that the money that we did have could have gone to better resources for students there, considering the fact that the east side of San Jose is a very below the poverty line area, and I just feel like we could have used some help there. Data from the California Department of Education shows that low income students in the Bay Area are less likely to graduate high school or pursue higher education. Furthermore, higher poverty rates contribute to the increased homelessness. As of 2022, San Francisco alone reported over 7,700 homeless individuals, reflecting a system that fails to provide adequate support. If we continue on the current path, we risk deepening the divide between the wealthy and low income residents, leading to increased social division and decline in community bond. I know there's a lot of um, government officials that are out there that say we should tax the rich and this for the poor, but it's these it's not the root of the problem. I feel like socially, as a society, we should stop blaming individuals and start seeing the social aspect and come up with a solution, socially rather than individualistically. I know some things I've learned here, especially taking the sociology class, is that a lot of the times, especially in Western cultures, we blame individuals like, oh, if I made it out of this struggle, they can too. Why don't they do it? We often blame that individual for actions that led them into poverty rather than discussing the social aspects that have led to poverty. But I feel like if we discuss those social aspects, we can strengthen our community bond and have a much wider and better community here in the Bay Area. A report from the California Budget and Policy Center indicates that investing in poverty alleviation programs can yield significant economic benefits, including reduced healthcare costs and improved workforce productivity. But existing funding and policies are insufficient to meet the needs of the community. Without comprehensive and immediate action, we will only see these worsen and negatively impact the Bay Area's economic and social fabric. Poverty in the Bay Area is a critical issue that requires urgent attention by acknowledging its impact on individuals and the community, especially those from immigrant backgrounds. Because here in the Bay Area, a large majority of residents are immigrants that come from other countries and often come here for a better life, similar to my family, but are faced with the economic burden that the Bay Area has, like high rent and other things. By acknowledging this, we can advocate for meaningful change that ensures everyone has the opportunity to succeed in this area. Thank you very much.